For 13 billion years, every star map in the galaxy ended the same way. Not with another galaxy, not with endless darkness, but with a perfectly straight line. Beyond that line, there was nothing. No light, no gravity, no signals, no future. Every civilization called it the edge. Thousands of expeditions had tried to cross it. None had ever returned. Eventually, the galaxy stopped asking what was beyond it. Because everyone believed the same answer. Nothing. They were wrong. The first human ship that crossed the edge returned exactly 18 minutes later. Its engines were intact. Its hull carried no damage. Its crew was alive, yet not a single person aboard spoke a word. Medical teams rushed inside. The captain simply walked past everyone, looked toward the stars, and quietly whispered, "This universe." He paused. His hands were trembling. "Isn't the first one." Within minutes, every government on Earth classified the mission. Across the galaxy, ancient civilizations activated emergency protocols older than recorded history. Not because humanity had started a war, but because someone had finally come back. 3 weeks earlier, Captain Aria Kane stood on the command deck of humanity's newest exploration vessel, ESS Horizon. Unlike every military flagship ever built, the Horizon carried no planet-killing weapons, no invasion fleet, no battle drones. Its greatest weapon was curiosity. Humanity hadn't built the ship to conquer the unknown. They built it to ask one question: what's beyond the edge? Inside the Galactic Assembly, hundreds of alien representatives watched Earth's launch in complete silence. One ambassador laughed. "Humans never learn." Another slowly shook his head. "They're about to disappear." The oldest representative in the chamber, an ancient species that had existed for nearly 2 billion years, closed his eyes. "We told them not to go." No one answered, because every civilization already knew the outcome. The Horizon would reach the edge. Its transmission would stop, and humanity would become one more name added to an impossibly long list. Captain Aria Kane wasn't thinking about history. She was watching the stars. Beside her stood Drive, Noah Mercer, Earth's leading cosmologist. His entire career had been built on one controversial theory: the edge isn't the end of space. It's hiding something. Scientists laughed. Governments ignored him. Even many humans doubted him. Yet humanity built Horizon anyway. Not because everyone believed Noah. Because someone had to find out. 7 days into the journey, nothing unusual happened. Stars behaved normally. Gravity remained stable. Every equation matched expectations. Then, without warning, every star ahead disappeared. Not faded, disappeared. The view screen became completely black. No light, no color, no distance. As if reality itself had ended. A young officer whispered, "We've reached it." The edge stretched across the universe like an endless curtain. It wasn't made of metal or energy. It looked like liquid starlight, flowing silently from one end of existence to the other. Millions of colors moved across its surface. Some had no names. Some couldn't even be seen directly. Looking at it felt impossible. Every crew member saw something different. One saw an ocean, another saw a mirror, another saw endless galaxies. "Doctor," Noah stared in complete disbelief. "It isn't a wall, it's alive." Mission Control ordered the Horizon to stop immediately. Earth's scientists demanded more scans. Alien observers pleaded with humanity to turn back. Messages flooded the bridge. "Do not cross. No one returns. This is your final warning." Captain Aria listened to every transmission, then calmly muted them all. She looked at her crew. No speeches, no dramatic countdown, only one simple question: did we come all this way just to stop here? Silence. Then every crew member nodded. The Horizon slowly accelerated. Its nose touched the glowing curtain. Instead of resisting, the edge rippled like calm water. Stars around the ship folded inward. Space twisted. Time seemed to stretch. Every instrument aboard failed simultaneously. One final transmission escaped toward Earth. Crossing the edge, static filled the channel. Then, nothing. Across the galaxy, observers lowered their heads. Another expedition, lost forever, or so they believed. Across the galaxy, No one expected to hear from the horizon again. History had repeated itself thousands of times. Every ship that crossed the edge vanished forever. The horizon should have been no different. Then, exactly 18 minutes later, a transmission appeared, not from beyond the edge, from inside it. The signal was weak, broken, almost impossible to decode. Earth's communication arrays immediately locked onto it. Every government, every observatory, every alien civilization listened in complete silence. Only 3 words could be understood. We're alive. Then the signal disappeared again. Inside the horizon, no one understood what had happened. Captain Aria slowly opened her eyes. The bridge was undamaged. Every crew member was still in their seat. The engines were running normally. Life support, perfect. The ship had survived. Yet outside the windows, the universe was gone. There were no stars, no galaxies, no darkness, only an endless silver ocean stretching in every direction. It wasn't water. It wasn't energy. It looked like reality before it had chosen a shape. Dr. Noah Mercer walked toward the observation window. His hands trembled. I don't think we're inside another galaxy. Captain Aria looked at him. Then where are we? Noah stared at the impossible horizon. I think we're outside the universe. Silence filled the bridge. Navigation systems searched desperately for a location. Nothing. Coordinates unavailable. Distance undefined. Velocity meaningless. The ship's artificial intelligence finally spoke. Reference frame not found. No engineer had ever programmed that sentence. The AI simply had no mathematics capable of describing where they were. Suddenly, the silver ocean began moving. Not with waves, with memories. Across its surface, entire galaxies appeared for a single heartbeat. Then vanished. Ancient civilizations flashed into existence. Lived. Disappeared. Again and again, as if billions of years were passing in seconds. Crew members watched in complete disbelief. They weren't seeing visions. They were watching the history of countless universes. Without warning, every light aboard Horizon switched off. Absolute silence. Then, a single golden point appeared ahead. Tiny, motionless. It slowly grew larger. Not because it was approaching. Because the ship was being pulled toward it. No engines fired. No tractor beam activated. Space itself seemed to invite them forward. As they drew closer, the golden light unfolded into a colossal structure. It was larger than galaxies, yet impossibly elegant. Countless rings of living light rotated around a brilliant central sphere. No metal, no machinery. It looked alive. Commander Lewis whispered, "Who built that?" "Doctor." Noah answered quietly, "I don't think anyone built it. I think it built everything else." At that exact moment, deep inside the galactic assembly, ancient warning beacons that had remained dormant for billions of years suddenly activated. Every screen displayed the same forgotten symbol. A circle, open at one side. An elderly alien ambassador collapsed into his chair. His voice barely escaped his lips. "It can't be. The beacon has awakened." A younger delegate stared at him. "What beacon?" The old ambassador slowly looked toward Earth's representatives. "The one that only activates when someone reaches the beginning." Back aboard the horizon, the central sphere suddenly illuminated. Thousands of symbols appeared across its surface. None belonged to any known language. Yet every human aboard understood them instantly. Not by reading, by remembering. Captain Aria felt tears filling her eyes. She had never seen these symbols before. Yet somehow, they felt like home. Then, a voice echoed through the ship. Not through speakers. Inside every mind. Calm, ancient, gentle. It spoke only one sentence. "You crossed the edge because you never stopped asking questions." A long silence followed. Then the voice spoke again. ***, welcome to the place where every universe begins. Welcome to the place where every universe begins." No one moved. No one spoke. Even the horizon's artificial intelligence had fallen completely silent. For the first time since humanity left Earth, every answer they had spent centuries searching for felt terrifying. The golden structure slowly expanded before them. It wasn't growing. It had always been that enormous. Human minds simply couldn't perceive its true size until now. Entire galaxies could have drifted through its glowing rings unnoticed. Captain Aria whispered, "This isn't a station. It's a boundary." Dr. Noah slowly nodded. "No, it's the doorway between realities." Suddenly, the Horizon's engines shut down. Not because they had failed. Because something far more powerful had gently taken control. The ship drifted forward in complete silence. No alarms, no panic, only a strange feeling, as though the universe itself trusted them. One by one, the glowing rings surrounding the colossal sphere began rotating. Each ring revealed something impossible. The first showed a universe filled entirely with blue stars. The second, a universe where galaxies floated upside down. The third, a universe that existed without light. Every ring contained another complete cosmos. Hundreds, thousands, perhaps millions. Commander Lewis stared in disbelief. "Those aren't simulations, they're real." Dr. No's breathing became heavier. His life's greatest theory had just become far too small. He whispered, "We thought our universe was everything." He looked toward the endless rings. It was only one page. Back inside the Galactic Assembly, emergency transmissions flooded every government. Ancient civilizations began evacuating priceless archives. Entire museums sealed their oldest artifacts. Military fleets abandoned border patrols. Nobody was preparing for war. They were preparing for truth. The oldest ambassador quietly said, "If the humans reach the beginning, they'll learn why every universe dies." Silence followed. No one dared ask the next question. A soft pulse of golden light spread across the horizon. Every human aboard suddenly experienced the same vision. Not separately. Together. They stood beneath an endless sky filled with countless glowing doors. Each door carried the birth of a different universe. Some opened. Some remained forever closed. Then, one door slowly turned black. It cracked, collapsed, and disappeared. Another followed. Then another. Soon, thousands of universes faded into darkness. Captain Aria whispered, "What happened to them?" The ancient voice answered immediately. "They reached perfection." Confusion spread across the crew. Dr. Noah frowned. "Perfection." The voice continued. "Every civilization believed perfection was the final destination. When curiosity ended, growth ended. When growth ended, the universe slowly stopped creating." The words echoed through every mind. No explosions, no wars, no disasters. Universes didn't die because they were destroyed. They died because no one dreamed anymore. Far away, deep inside humanity's home galaxy, children suddenly looked toward the night sky. Scientists paused their experiments. Artists stopped painting. Musicians lowered their instruments. No one understood why, yet millions of humans felt the same emotion. A strange longing, as though something beyond the stars was calling them home. Back aboard the Horizon, the glowing sphere slowly opened. At its center floated a single figure. Neither human, nor alien, it appeared to be made from living starlight. Its face constantly changed. Every crew member saw someone different. A lost friend, a parent, a teacher, someone they trusted completely. Captain Aria stepped forward. "Who are you?" The being smiled gently. Its answer shook every human aboard. "I am the last watcher. Asterisk asterisk, the final witness. To the universe that existed before yours." Silence consumed the bridge. Then the watcher looked directly at humanity. His expression changed from curiosity to hope, because after trillions of years, someone had finally crossed the edge. Not seeking power, not seeking conquest, only seeking the truth. And for the first time since the beginning of this universe, the Watcher believed its future might finally be different. The Watcher believed its future might finally be different. For a long moment, no one spoke. Captain Aria looked into the being's glowing eyes. "You've been waiting for us." The Watcher nodded. "Not for humans, for a civilization that would cross the edge." Out of curiosity, the endless rings surrounding the horizon suddenly accelerated. Millions of universes appeared around them. Each one was different. Some contained only oceans. Some had stars shaped like spirals. Some had life that existed as living light. Others had never formed at all. Dr. Noah whispered, "How many universes are there?" The Watcher smiled. "Enough that no one has ever counted them." A single universe drifted closer than the others. Its light was fading. Galaxies were growing dark. Stars quietly disappeared. Captain Aria watched in silence. "Is it dying?" The Watcher slowly nodded. "Every universe eventually reaches a choice. Continue discovering, or begin repeating." The fading universe suddenly became transparent. The crew witnessed its entire history in seconds. Civilizations grew. They explored. They united. Disease vanished. War disappeared. Technology solved every problem. Nothing remained unknown. No mysteries. No questions. No dreams. Progress stopped. Curiosity faded. And then, reality itself began to slow. Stars stopped being born. Space stopped expanding. Time became motionless. The universe wasn't destroyed. It simply stopped living. "Doctor." Noah lowered his head. "So intelligence wasn't enough." The Watcher answered, "Knowledge builds civilizations. Curiosity keeps them alive." Suddenly, the glowing sphere at the center of the structure transformed into a map. Not of galaxies, of universes. Billions of tiny lights filled the endless darkness. Only one shone with brilliant gold. "Our universe," Arya whispered. The Watcher nodded. "The youngest." Then another light appeared. It wasn't gold. It was blue. Then green. Then countless others. Every light represented a universe where curiosity still survived. The dying one slowly faded away. Back in the Milky Way, scientists observed something impossible. The edge was disappearing. The perfectly straight boundary that had existed for billions of years dissolved into starlight. For the first time in history, the universe no longer had an edge. Ancient civilizations immediately understood the meaning. The barrier had never been a prison. It had been a test. The Watcher turned toward humanity. "For trillions of years, I protected this place, but I was never its owner." He raised one hand. The glowing rings stopped moving. Silence returned. The responsibility now belongs to those who proved they would seek understanding before power. Every crew member looked at Captain Aria. She already knew what the Watcher was asking. Not to rule, not to command, to protect curiosity itself. "Doctor." Noah stepped forward. "We don't want to control other universes. We only want to learn from them." For the first time, the Watcher laughed. A warm, peaceful sound echoed across the endless structure. "Then you have already succeeded." The great rings slowly opened. Not as weapons, as pathways. Safe corridors connecting young civilizations that would one day be ready to explore beyond their own horizons. No fleets crossed them. No empires claimed them. Only knowledge began to travel. As Horizon prepared to return home, the Watcher spoke one final time. "Remember this. Every civilization believes the universe ends at its horizon. The wisest civilizations cross it." The golden structure slowly dissolved into countless streams of light. One by one, the rings disappeared. The silver ocean faded. Stars returned. Galaxies reappeared. The horizon emerged back into familiar space. Only 18 minutes had passed for the rest of the galaxy. But everyone aboard had witnessed something beyond time itself. When Captain Aria stepped onto Earth, journalists, scientists, and world leaders waited for answers. One reporter asked, "What did you find beyond the edge?" Aria looked toward the night sky. She smiled, then answered with the words that would define humanity's future. "We didn't find the end of the universe." She paused. "We found the beginning of the next question." From that day forward, no civilization feared the edge again. Because humanity had proven the greatest discovery in existence. The universe does not reward those who believe they know everything. It rewards those who never stop asking what lies beyond the horizon. The end. Thanks for watching. If you love epic sci-fi stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HFY Sci-Fi for more unforgettable adventures across the galaxy. See you in the next story.